Alrighty, so for our class today, the TEK we'll be doing is numerical and verbal, B3, C. Determine if two given fractions are equivalent using a variety of methods. So first what I want to do is I'm going to show you two pies. Now notice neither of them are divided up just yet. This first one I'm going to divide up so I can split it among two people. So all I want you to focus on right now is how I'm splitting up the two circles or pies. So this first one, like I said, I want to divide it among two people. And we're going to pretend that these two pies are equivalent. This is the same size. Now this pie, what I want to do is I want to divide it up for 4 different people. So 4 people are going to have each one slice of pie. So what we'll do, to the best of your ability, I want you to follow along, and it's not a very good line. We're going to draw the line as equal as possible. Okay, that's much better. It's okay if it's not perfect. This is just so you guys can see the equivalent fractions. Okay, so this pie is going to be divided among 2 people, and this pie is going to be divided amongst 4 people. Now students, what I want you to notice is how these 2 pies are equivalent or equal to one another. So what I'm going to do, so this piece of pie right here is going to go to Sally. So what I want to do is I'm going to shade it in to represent that this slice of pie is going to Sally. Now this pie, this piece, we're going to give this one to Dan, and this piece is going to go to Rose. Now students, what I want you to look at is what can you tell me about these 2 separate pies? What do we notice about this pie and this pie? That's right, both pieces that are eaten of the pie are the same. So half of this pie is gone because there's 2 separate slices. Very good. And this pie, there's 2 slices that are gone. Now how many pieces are out of this entire pie? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's why we put a 4 here. Now you guys said earlier that this pie and this pie both have the same pieces gone. That means they're equivalent or equal. They're both missing the same amount of pie. 1/2 is equal to 2/4 as a fraction. So I want somebody to tell me what they notice about this fraction and this fraction. Yes, we know that they're equivalent or equal. But if I want to go from 2/4 to 1/2, what is something I can do to the numerator and the denominator from 2/4 to 1/2? So I want you to think about that and discover what I can use from going to 2/4 to 1/2. Can I multiply these numbers by something? Can I divide? Can I subtract? What can I do? Now remember, with fractions, whatever you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. So if I subtract 2 from the numerator, I have to subtract 2 from the denominator. So what can I do to both numbers, 2 and 4, to get me to 1 and 2? Yes, Sally? Yes, I can divide the top number and the bottom number both by 2. So let's write that out and let's kind of work it out together and see what I mean. Let me get this. If I divide so that's what Sally said we need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and switch boards real quick so you guys can kind of see a little bit better what this looks like. Okay. So let's use this board because it's a little bit better, a little bit more clear. So 2/4 to 1/2. So what Sally said we could do, we could divide both the top and the bottom number by 2. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. Correct. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So we're dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 2 to give us 1/2. Excellent observation. Let's use a different number. Let's say, let's do 3/9. Now what can we do to the top that we can do to the bottom? Because we need to simplify this. This is not in the smallest term of fractions. So what can we divide both the 3 and the 9 by? Ethan, what can we divide both numbers by to simplify? 3, very good. So we'll divide by 3. Now when we say simplify, that also means reduce because we're putting the fraction into the simplest of form. And that's how you'll see it on a test. It will say put fraction, simplest form, or simplify the fraction. So 3 divided by 3 gives me, class, 1. Good. 9 divided by 3 gives me, class, 3. Excellent. So 3/9 simplify or is equivalent to 1/3. Very good.